Alright, welcome back.
We're gonna stare at this map for 5 minutes. Just so you know. I hope it's throwing gameplay.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yep.
That'll really engage the audience.
Anything you want to talk about, Chris?
I like maps.
Are you the map?
I am the map man.
Are you the encampment map?
Wait, I gotta be careful. Map stands for something not good anymore.
Ah, yes. We can ask about the mission, or we could talk to these guys.
I think it's not good. Honestly, I'm having a hard time keeping track of all the acronyms.
Oh, dude,
I'm gonna be honest.
I hate trying to keep track of any of this stuff nowadays.
I'm not opposed to most of it, I think. I literally can't remember some of them. That's why I'm like, I know some of them are like things that I'm like, that's not okay, but then there's others that I'm like, well, whatever, man, live or let die. Fucking, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like, I jest sometimes, but I jest. You know, I make fun of
Hey,
people,
Chris,
but I
there's
jest.
an arrow stuck to the top. It's a reference to the movie!
Be a man! Oh, we're not gonna climb it? Alright, okay.
Like, literally can't.
You wanna know what's weird? Even though I think Be the Man is a much better song, for some reason, A Girl Worth Fighting For is the one that's stuck in my head right now, and I have no idea why.
I completely get it.
What I do like about A Girl Worth Fighting For, though, is the juxtaposition, because they're singing this song about a girl worth fighting for, and then run into that village of murdered people, and it just, like, hard cuts the song.
I
it's, like,
actually love
such a good transition for a movie, man.
I actually love that. A girl worth— oh god, they're all dead.
Also, I love the fact that, to this day, if I'm ever hanging out with friends and we ever say, if anyone ever says, let's get down to business, all people that
Everybody
I'm with
just goes, let's
to
go down.
defeat the Huns! Still to this day.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Oh, it's so good. Also, that song has a line that, did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? And I'm just like, actually, I guess technically you're correct.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess in some odd, arbitrary way you would be correct in this manner.
That is a correct statement. Oh, it's too good, though.
So that's an interesting movie, because that movie uses a lot of sexism, but counters it with the fact that, but you didn't know there was actually a girl the whole time!
And she beat everybody doing it!
Gotcha!
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's a great movie, though. I love that movie.
Have you decided you're up to the mission? Dude, which mission should we do?
Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy! Search and Destroy. One of the best Metallica songs, besides Master of Puppets, obviously, which is actually their best song.
Of course.
Dude, you just annihilated the captain's temp. I hope he wasn't inside it.
Me too.
Are we supposed to be destroying our own base?
Yes.
Are we bugging out? Is this a bugging out reference?
Bug out!
Is this one of the only military things I know about? This
is the only military term I know? Yes.
Bug out, man. No, I know a lot of military terms, like Delta, Bravo, and Charlie. I know those terms. Those are pretty. Roll out.
Optimus Prime?
Yeah, transform and roll out. I remember those. I don't know a lot of the word ones, but I do know a lot of the hand gestures, but that's probably because I've played too much Call of Duty.
Call of Booty!
I know, I used to know the enemy one. What the fuck is the enemy one? What is it? Tango?
Tango.
Yeah, Tango, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We got 6 tangos coming in the left side.
Yeah. Man.
Oh, that's exactly what I needed from you. You still have some tasks to do. Stay sharp. We just blew up his tent.
Blew up his tent.
Blew up his tent.
Blew up his tent. You know, at this point, I know a lot of people that are in the army, actually.
Yeah, I know a decent number of people, too.
It's weird, because it was one of those things that I figured,
Either have been in the army or are still in the army.
Yeah, like, it was one of those things that I figured, like, okay, like, most people I know, like, if they're gonna go into the army, it's gonna be, like, right out of high school. No. Like, most of the people were, like, well after high school. They were like, okay, now I'll join the army. And I was like, weird.
It's a way to get rid of magic, I said magic because magic showed up on the screen. To get rid of college debt.
That is true. It's like I mean it's not a very efficient way of getting rid of college
No,
debt,
it is
though,
not.
which is why I'm like I don't understand the thought process. I guess it. I mean I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. It does technically work, but
Yeah.
it is like it's not the most efficient way of doing it. Technically, you'd be better off joining the army and then going to college at the same time. That would get
or
you
afterwards when they pay you to do it.
Yeah, that would get you a lot of that debt. Like that would get you a lot more of that debt forgiven than if you do it afterwards. Which is why I have zero benefits for joining the army and will never do so.
They do put a hold on your on your debt while you're in the army, I think.
That's not bad, but the army pays so shit that like, what's the point?
Dude, what are you talking about? $7 or something an hour?
Yeah, shit. As I just stated. $7 an hour isn't enough to fucking wax my shoes.
I don't actually know if it's $7 an hour. But,
it's probably minimum. It's probably government-regulated minimum wage, which I think is actually, like... Actually, no, it might be $7 an hour.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But it also depends on, like, where you go in, what your position is, and all that.
Well, yeah, obviously.
So.
That's the equivalent of being, like... It's not... That's the equivalent of being, like, it's not minimum wage if you get manager at McDonald's, and it's like, yeah, well, I guess not.
Yeah, I mean, that is true.
It's like... The only thing with the army, I went to school with a kid of mine, a friend of mine, who went
a buddy
to,
of Chum.
a buddy of Chum. He wasn't like, it's one of those I don't hang out with him consistently.
Less than a friend, more than an acquaintance.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those.
I've been using that to describe certain individuals that I know.
Very cool person though. But he was in the army and then went to school, but he was still in the army while he was going to school. And he kind of got, like, screwed because the army paid for, like, his housing and most of his school debt because he was still in the army, right?
Yes.
That's the best way to get the most benefits, is to be in the army and going to school at the same time. But, like, because the school system we went to broke itself up in an odd way,
Ooh,
for summer vacation, for summer vacation we were out for, like, 2 months, and, like... The government wouldn't pay for it because they'll only pay for it while he's still able to get grades. So, like, for 2 months he was just like, I guess I get a fucking job for 2 months and then quit when it ends. When the summer vacation ends, because, like, that's the only way I can afford the apartment I'm currently staying at for school.
That's not fun. That's actually really bad.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's very weird. Being in the military is not too bad, though, because essentially you don't have to work the whole time you're at school because you're on beck and call. Because you're still being paid by the government to be military.
Because you're in the military, but you're also in technically, I think they do it in the reserves.
Yeah,
you're in.
Yes, reserves, yes.
And if there's actually a conflict, or you can do that with the National Guard, too.
Yeah, like, he has to show up if there's a conflict or they call for him. Mm-hmm. But, like, most of the time you're not getting called, because we don't really have a lot of threats.
Yeah.
So, like...
You did well. I knew it.
Captain!
I suppose you made a little progress. Not a little, a lot! Oh wait, no, I have to do that more. I can't do the Donald voice, I don't want to kill myself.
Right.
Give me one more assignment. This time I'll show you what I'm truly made of. I'll give you one more chance.
I'll give you one more chance to prove you're not fucking useless.
See when you are ready to depart. This will be a test, and this will be an important mission. Stay alert. Sir!
Sir! Sir, yes, sir!
What was I doing that one?
But, blah, blah. What was I saying? Something about... Oh,
Donald
yeah, that guy was living large, though, man. That dude had a car and a motorcycle.
Nice.
And, like, wasn't paying for his apartment because it was paid for by the government. But all I could think of was just, like... Because all I could think of was just, like... This dude's living in an apartment, going to college, not really working outside of the thing, and he's got a car and a motorcycle? Like, damn, dude, this guy's living large over here. This dude's making it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad little gig out there.
That dude had, like, the sickest gig. He was going for programming, so you know he was just gonna immediately go into, like, programming for the U.S. government. Which pays, like...
A lot.
A lot, yeah.
You do anything with the government that,
You do anything in the government that doesn't involve you being shot at, and you make a lot of money.
Make a lot of money.
I mean, if you're being shot at, you make nothing, because who cares? You're being shot at. But
yeah,
fucking...
that's the problem.
Exactly the problem, I agree. I mean, I kind of...
A couple of the guys we went to school with, you know, they're in the military, but, you know, the problem is they're in the military getting shot at,
yeah.
so...
See, it's one of those things that I'm like, I kind of get it, though, because, like, you have to pay a lot of money to be, like, to get people in for fields like that, because if you don't... Because the government is also directly competing with companies.
Yes.
So, like, why work for the military as a programmer when you can work for a company and get, like, the same benefits and more pay? It's like, why even work for the government at all? So I get why it's so much. But, you know, could give a little bit more money to the people being shot at. That'd be neat.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat, right?
Why would they do that?
It's, you know, it might be neat.
Why would they do that, though? That's crazy.
Yeah, you're right. They should get less money. Not like they're going to be able to collect most of them.
Yeah, I mean, if they did. Oh, dude,
it's funny.
I hate
it's funny because it's slightly true. It's more than slightly.
Yeah. Ah, caca!
Stupid Mulan getting me talking about army.
Yeah, we're going to be demonetized. It would be funny if we were monetized.
No, we're being really critical of the U.S. Army right now. The Google people are probably loving it.
Ah, yes.
Watch this video is the first one to get 100 views in one day. And just Google is just like, finally!
Finally! They're talking about what I wanted them to talk about!
Finally, they're being critical of the U.S. government. And it's like, we have been before? Oh man, gotta love it.
Yeah, we said with all the sarcasm we can muster.
I respect the hustle of these people.
I respect.
It's hard to convince people.
I respect the people who go in. I don't expect top brass. How's that? Does that make sense?
Yes. I think I've said something similar to that in the previous playthrough, honestly, which was like, I like the people that are there. I don't really like the U.S. government as not the government, but I don't like what the U.S. government does as a whole. that's
I like individuals. I hate people.
Yeah, it's and one of my favorite statings, which is a person is smart. Many people are stupid.
Yeah, the humans are smart. The human collective consciousness is dumb.
Yeah. Makes me worried about the whole hive mind idea.
Hive mind.
Actually, no. A hive mind a hive mind would end up being good because it's one person's will across many people.
Yeah, or it's one collective will.
Yeah.
But humans are dumb.
Yeah, humans sure are. Well, the problem is that humans have this really obnoxious trait where they want to fit in all the fucking time. Even if it goes directly against what they know is right or wrong.
Correct.
And they've proven that with the whole line prophecy, where they're like, or the line test or whatever the fuck it was called, but experiment, where they literally get like 3 lines and they ask a group of people which is the longest, and everyone purposely there is set to pick the wrong name, the wrong one, except for one person. And literally, it's like 90%, it's like 98% of the time the person will pick the wrong one just to not look like an outcast to the rest of the group. And that's why humans fucking suck. Because we lack individuality and constantly fear what others will think about us. Not Chris, though! Chris doesn't give a fuck about that! That's why I'm on YouTube right now. Yeah. And that's also why I'm going to be canceled in like 5 years.
Only 5?
We'll see. It depends on how fast the podcast picks up.
Exactly.
Oh. I mean, that's pretty much all popular political podcasters. They're that 2% of people that just don't give a fuck what other people think about them.
Yes.
That's essentially what it is. That's all it really is. But hey, man, live or let die, as they say.
Live or let die.
I think that's my favorite one of my favorite, like, you know, like when they start a fighting game.
Yes.
Live or Let Die is probably my favorite. Instead of being like, ready, fight, it's just, Live or Let Die! Fight! That and the Skullgirls one, which is fucking, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
You ain't half bad! A man among men! Thanks.
Okay, bye, I guess.
Bye! But the captain.
He doesn't
He's
like
dead.
me.
Captain!
I mean, we did blow up his fucking tent.
Ping sure did good.
Great, Derek.
Nope, good. You bet he did. Oh, fine. I'll let you join my troops. But I'm still not convinced you have what it takes to be a worthy man.
So I'm putting you on the front lines. You're what we call...
expendable!
Yeah, exactly.
Why not? It's alright, Sora. I'll find a way to show him what I'm made of. Just give me a chance. That's the spirit, Pang. Sir! You know he's important because he has a red cape.
Red is very important to China. And not just because communism, but they actually has some sort of historical significance outside of that.
The color of, like, leadership or something like that.
I believe so.
Great going, Ping. Thanks. Sora?
Donald?
Goofy?
Garsh?
Gar? Much as you hate it.
I do.
Get it.
I get it.
You love it.
It's not when the game itself does it all the time too, it's just like, ah.
Okay, girl, now's your chance to show you. I just saw this really shady guy, and I know it was Sang Yu. She knew me.
No, you're right, Shan Yu.
Shang Yu. Shang Yu! Sang Wu! That's the Han leader! We gotta go tell the captain. Right.
We must defeat
The
Hans!
Wait. Everybody use their head for a second.
Why? That's hard.
I love when you ever see... You gotta use your head, and they use the person's head as a battering ram.
Right, yeah, those are great.
Now, are we here? To make the captain see Ping's talent, and bring honor to her family. Why not tell the commander and stop this entire war?
No, we gotta do it ourselves, Derek. We're the fucking main character.
You're right. You are right. So, let's go find out where Shang Yu is by ourselves. Then, if we're lucky, we can fry him up good. Though, just tracking the guy down should earn us some stars. Captain Meathead has to have noticed my girl. Oh boy. He'll notice her, certainly.
They gotta notice my bae.
Okay, let's go. We'll help out. Now we're cooking with gas.
Gas. Yeah, with gas.
Sang Yu is in the cave just outside the village.
So, I don't know if anyone remembers WreckIt Ralph breaks the internet because it was garbage, but
How dare you?
In that movie, there's a part where Penelope gets to meet up all the other Disney princesses, and they're in like a slumber party in pajamas and stuff, which is awesome, by the way. But it's funny because they go over all the like princess stuff, and they're just like, yeah, they think we're damsels in distress and all this other stuff in the movie, and I'm just like, we're literally at a girls' slumber party where they're talking about nonsense. This is still like the most, oh, this is what females would do thing ever, Mr. I'm trying to be like, look at how progressive our princesses are. You know what I mean? Like, it just, I'm not the only one that felt weird. Because I was just like, I mean, I get it. I like where we're going with this stuff, but also, like, we're really gonna do this at a girls' slumber party, the most, like, generic, like, this is what females do, right? Yes. Also, man, right when they made, nice attempt, though, Also, right when they showed them all in pajamas, fucking Rule 34 sites were just like, ah, tonight I feed! And
feed!
And all of those characters' fucking Rule 34s blew up!
Yeah, I think I knew about that. Because the internet is the internet.
Man, it's the classics. Never underestimate the power of the internet.
Never underestimate the power of the internet. God dang it.
Nice attempt.
I'll get there.
Hey man, I believe you. I'm not criticizing you out loud.
I know. That's why I thank you.
Oh my god, that's like my favorite fucking thing to do to people.
I'm not criticizing you out loud.
I'm not criticizing you out loud. Or, what's the other one that I used to do a lot?
Yeah,
It's, I'm not judging you to your face. I'll wait until you turn around and then I'll do it.
I get it.
I used to do that with people in college that I didn't know very well, and they'd still be like, I get the joke.
I understand that reference.
It's like, alright, it's pretty good. Are you making fun of me right now? No, I'd never do that to your face, at least.
I understood that reference.
The problem is that I'd say it with all the, like, dead drone of my life, where I just no emotion. Like, I wouldn't do that to you, to your face.
I agree.
So people don't know if I'm joking or not.
I'm a very incredibly sarcastic person, too, so it's really bad when I say something and they're like, are you being serious? I don't know. Dead end. There's nobody here. You're crazy. Check again.
Are we in
well.
Are we in Osama's tunnels?
Wait for me, Donald! Hey, wait up! What was that? Pang! Sora!
Goopy.
No, he's gonna murder him.
No, I'm just walking away.
Aha.
To laugh, I guess. Yeah, then he walks away again. Why did we get 2 shots of him walking away?
Because they wanted to hammer in the point he's walking away.
1 was sufficient.
How dare you.
Honestly, I would have took the first one where you don't see him. Kill them, Derek. Show no mercy. There's no crying in baseball. It's like...
Oh my god, he's spinning around his stick!
Nothing is more efficient than spinning a stick. It's kind of true, actually. Ah, yes, Sephiroth swords. The most efficient sword in the world. You hold it out and you spin in a circle. Ain't no one getting in on that shit.
No at all.
See, I've come to the realization that if I was gonna fight in the weapon-to-weapon combat, I would choose a chain with a big-ass weight at the end of it. Mainly because it's really hard to fight someone when all I'm doing is spinning it around my head really fucking fast.
No, I agree with that, you know?
Like, he has 2 options, essentially. It's either get hit by fucking metal chain to the face, or... secondary option, which is to just surrender, because you ain't getting in.
Nah.
Like, there's no getting in on that.
Yeah, I do love that.
I mean, I know some people would argue, like, oh, you just step into the chain, and then the chain would just wrap instead of hitting you with the full force. I'm like, what do you think the wraparound eventually ends to?
Yeah.
Like,
no, if people don't get it. Like, they don't get it at all.
Eventually it's just gonna wrap around you and hit you with the metal anyways.
People don't get it at all. Nice fighting, Ping! You're amazing! Whoa!
I think Hun should have took the opportunity to murder them when they weren't paying attention.
I agree.
What a terrible tactician.
You're okay? Yeah, thanks to Ping. Come on, time to report to the captain.
Captain by captain.
But Sang Yu wasn't here. con who wasn't here. Please, that Han is old news. We gotta tell the captain about how thousands of Heartless stormed the cave. Pink took out every single one of them.
And killed them.
Okay.
Alright. Well, with that, we'll have to pick it up in the next part, though. We'll see you guys then.